Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Ted, hanging out with
Dave.
And today we have a GM911 from Masonzilla
88.
Masonzilla 88, and he wants to know how to run this SpellJammer space race.
If you guys have a GM911, you can submit it to nerdarchy@gmail.com, or you can head over to Nerdarchy, the forums, and submit it there.
So the players have entered into this space race. I think he said it's a loop around the solar system, and part of what's going on is another ship that's entered in the race. The crew has some information that the players will want to get access to.
Dude, this is kind of easy in some ways. Like, depending on what you're looking for. Like, obviously, like off camera, you were saying, "Hey, they're the heroes of the game. Let them win the race," right? Essentially, depending on what happens. But look, you can look at the prequels for Star Wars. Look at the pod races, dude. Pretty much any episode of Speed Racer, if you even know what that is.
Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer.
The rest of the video will just be Ted singing "Go Speed Racer." I'm sure, like there's got to be nautical adventures where there's a race involved.
Look, the real easy thing to do here is you want to set up a spot either before, during, after the race to be able to get the players hooked up with this crew. As I was, Dave was saying, they're the heroes. They're supposed to win. Put up one or two obstacles for them to have to get through. Engine issues, sabotage, cheating. So, something that they have to get through.
Monsters.
It could be some kind of puzzle. Whatever you feel is going to fit the theme of your game, and if they overcome it in a timely fashion, they're able to do this, do that, get back in the running, and they pull through. Yay! They win! Hooray!
Well, this could be a whole session. There's the race itself, so
yes.
It could be a lot. It could be a lot of fun, and maybe there's a shortcut where they can fly through an asteroid belt, or through maybe there's a hollow planet that they can navigate through, and it can very much be like Star Wars when they're going when they're flying into blow up the Death Star.
Right.
So there's like a ton of cool things you could do, and you could have encounter areas and all throughout the race essentially. Here's what I would do. I would do this abstract map of the solar system that they're going to race around, pretty much. And then you're gonna have you put in interesting ideas like hazards, obstacles, shortcuts, and everything has its own risk and reward to it. Like, you could do the most safest route, but you probably will not win the race. You could do the sabotage things. You can do random encounters. There's a lot of fun things you could do with this. You could create moral dilemmas, someone's in trouble.
I was actually going to throw out that the ship that has the people on it what they want to get contact with, they could get stranded during the race, and it's like, well, you could stop and get them now to guarantee that you get the information, but it creates a time delay. So are you still going to be able to pull ahead and take the lead?
Right, and you can incorporate different things like navigation skill, or the navigation tool skill, and the vehicle's space skill,
right?
In order to determine how well they're doing in the race. If you don't want to just give them the win, especially if they encounter difficulties, if they encounter things that are going to obviously slow them down, but maybe you can set it right with good rolls,
right? And you could also, if the players have done things to be prepared, you could have they could be awarded advantage for those later roles of navigation and whatever have you.
Or maybe they're the ones sabotaging the other ships.
I wasn't even going that route because they're heroes, but all right, it's possible too.
It is possible, so there's definitely all kinds of, what was the Jim Butcher steampunk?
Aeronaut Swindles?
Yeah, they're good guys.
True.
But you know, hey, there's all types. You know, so I'm not sure exactly what you're looking for. If you're looking for mechanics, if you're looking for adventure ideas, but this one's pretty easy. You know, there's probably tons of reference material you could use for racing. Heck, even like Pixar's Cars is another one. Like, you know, from that, like, there's definitely like I would take away, like, you know, the kind of like dirty racing tactics that get used. And
well, I mean,
the more dilemma.
You brought up Star Wars, and the pod racing is a really good example. Samboba, you know, messes with Anakin's pod. You know, it creates issues. He gets it figured out. They get near the end. The spoiler alert. You know, they get the pods locked together, and they have to figure out how to break free and whatever have you. So those are some good solid leads right there.
Right, and you know, you could always do, like, one of the other racers has ambushes set up from you know, outside interference, things like that.
They had the snipers in the pod race as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. But it's been many years, so you could use all of those.
Star Wars geek here, I can't.
So there you go. Suffer through the prequels again, and you know, come up with your ideas from the pod race. But no, there's a lot of good ones in that one instance.
Yes.
And then there is other things too from Star Wars and other things. I feel like the Pirates of Dark Water would have some good stuff to steal.
That's been a long time since I thought about that one.
Yeah, that animation was so way ahead of its time.
It was.
So,
all right. So, what do you guys think? Do you have any advice for our GM 911 here? Put your thoughts and comments down below. While you're at it, like, share, even subscribe.
so until next time,
stay nerdy.